Greetings Mzansi and welcome to Afternoon Express as we usher in a new age. I'm Palisa Tempe and today we're being joined in studio by Shudufhadzo Musida, who was crowned just this very weekend as Miss South Africa 2020. Now can I get a little bit of a round of applause? Now we'll be reflecting on the one-of-a-kind live stream finale that was hosted by the glorious, beautiful Nomzamo Mbatha as we look forward as to what she's most looking forward to this year. Now we'll also be meeting another inspiring healthcare professional who's been nominated in the next generation of sponsors of Brave, PhD candidates in pharmacy, Vivian. Now we want to find out from you on social media. We've got a new queen, Mzansi. So do you have any words that you would like to share on social media for our Limpopo-born Miss South Africa, Shudufhadzo Musida? Now remember to use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. But do me in the kitchen, hey girl!
Hello, my darling. How are you? Happy Monday and happy Monday to the whole of South Africa. One thing I have to say to Shudufhadzo is that you will never go hungry with me around. And today I've got an amazing guest in the kitchen with me. We've got Ukimza. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Tumi. I'm very good. Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here today.
Thank you for being here with us today. And we're going to be making some delicious, crispy, homemade samosas. So to get the recipe details, go to afternoonexpress.co.za. But Palisa, I hear there's some more happening over there. What's up?
Absolutely. Now, this past weekend, we all had the privilege of witnessing the very first live stream Miss South Africa pageant. And boy, can I tell you, the entire world was marveling at the glory and the grace that graced the stage that afternoon. But today, we are blessed to be sharing this moment with Shudufhadzo Musida. Now, she was crowned as Miss South Africa 2020. But let's have a look at that beautiful moment.
Of the 62nd Miss South Africa title is Shudufhadzo Musida!
Congratulations, Shudufhadzo. I am just privileged to be sitting with you this afternoon, just 3 days after you were crowned. Now, as you look back at that moment when Nomzamo Mbatha announced you as the 2020 Miss South Africa, I mean, what emotions rush back?
Right now, all I feel is joy. I looked at that video and I couldn't help but smile, which is the reason I'm smiling so hard right now. But I just remember thinking, what just happened?
Yeah.
Because I think in that moment you realize my life has just changed forever. Because you stand on the shoulders of so many great women and you realize the responsibility that's there now, but also the privilege.
Yeah.
I just remember the feeling of just saying, thank you, Lord.
And it's in those grateful moments that we kind of see your shine and your internal strength and your grace. I mean, just if we were to reflect back on last year's winner, we had Uzozbini coming through, and she definitely put South Africa on a global map and a global scale to say that, hey, look, we're more than just beauty, but we're brains. When you look back at your successor, how does that feel? And does it feel like you've got major shoes to fill?
Every single time when I speak about Zozi, I think about how she opened a door and I just simply walked through it. When she said, see your face reflected in mine, I saw my face, and that's the reason I entered, and that's the reason I'm sitting here today. I don't feel intimidated at all. I feel inspired to do better, to actually carry on where she left off, to take the baton and just move it forward and make a change, to actually show that we are empowered, we are beautiful, we are diverse, we are resilient.
Wow.
Yes.
And that is exactly what you exemplify. You definitely walk the talk when we look at you. But moving forward, as you were to look at your reign in 2021, what areas of focus are you most excited to tackle?
As I said before, like when we had the interview, I'm very passionate about mental health. Mental health is a big thing for me. I've always been passionate about mental health and educational and economic empowerment, but I realized that we cannot tackle economic and educational empowerment when the mind is not okay. Once we tackle the mind, we tackle the powerhouse. We tackle the very thing that actually helps us move forward. Right now, mental health is considered as a conversation that is a taboo, that is often engaged with not to rehabilitate, but rather to shame. And we need to change that as a society, because if the mind is conquered, we are not going anywhere.
Absolutely. And on that same note, when you just do reflect on the mind and the community you come from, it seems as if a lot of people that might come from a small town of Vendala in Limpopo, that they might not be able to walk on a stage as great as the Miss SA stage. And you know, on the Sunday morning after you were announced, I randomly thought to a friend of mine, I wonder what I wonder what Shutu's mom feels. I wonder what her people, the tribe that raised her, when they see you elevated in this way. Is it a pinch yourself type of moment?
First thing my mother said to me when she came on stage, she said, I am so proud of you. That's the first thing she said, and I think that's when everything came full circle for me, because every child wants to hear their mother say that, I am so proud of you. With my village, they are beaming with joy. I've seen videos and I've been getting messages, and to think that I grew up on those on the streets of Amasia, playing there with every single person that I saw in that video, I think back to myself, like I remember when I was 8 watching the Miss South Africa show, and I would sit there and I would still dream.
Wow.
Irrespective of my surroundings or the limitations that seem to be there, I would still dream regardless. So to every single child who comes from a place like where I come from, dream anyway. Your dreams are valid. I promise you that your dreams are valid. God always changes the narrative, and that's the reason I'm sitting here today.
And not only does he change the narrative, but he hears you. I believe that as soon as you speak a word into the universe, it's all ears and it's all systems go at that stage. We have a beautiful full circle moment that we're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 weeks ago, I remember, girl, we had a Zoom call and we were discussing the fact that this is your very first pageant that you've ever entered. Now talk about being competitive, Mzansi. She decided to walk away with the title on top of it. Now, how does it feel gearing up for such an incredible day 3 weeks ago to now?
3 weeks ago when we were speaking, I just realized the gravity of what's happening. It's my first pageant, but then I realized that irrespective of that, when the universe is in agreement and is in alignment to what's supposed to happen, it will happen anyway. After speaking to you, I felt like everything, when you speak about what you stand for and you speak about why you are doing what you're doing, you find that things realign not only for the universe, but also for you. 3 weeks ago, I remember what I was doing. Oh, I was actually doing assignments.
Yeah,
I was actually doing assignments, and then I was just like, no, I need to take a break. I need to concentrate. So 4 days before the pageant, I actually stopped doing schoolwork, and I handed in my last presentation, and I decided that I'm going to finish everything after the pageant. And I started. What did I start? I started enjoying myself. I had this calmness in me that I couldn't explain. This is the calmness and this is the grace that we're going to be experiencing throughout the entire hour on Afternoon Express. Now, we're feeling so privileged in this moment, not only to spend this hour with you, but we do believe it is your very first television interview since you were crowned. So we do appreciate it coming to you live, of course, from the Afternoon Express loft. Now, we return, we'll be celebrating more of what we love about South Africa as we look back on our favorite classics and look forward, of course, to the coming year with our Miss South Africa, Shutu.
Express yourself.
Hi, Patu.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
Very excited. Lalela says, Patu, just specifically with you, is it okay that I call you Patu?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, we're about to go live in about 30 seconds.
All right.
Woohoo! Oh yes, guys, don't speak to me until I say your name, ne?
No problem.
Perfect. South Africa, we're calling on you to vote for your favorite South African classics for your chance to win weekly classic prizes. Vote for your favorite music, fashion, dance moves, and more by dialing *120 *2676# for your chance to win.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Mzansi, we have called on you to celebrate South African classics with Clover Classic right here on Afternoon Express, where you can stand a chance of winning classic prizes by voting for your classic music, food, hairstyle, and more. Now this week, it is all about the classic music in our That's Classic game. We have two contestants on the line. We've got Paul Kumalo and Upatu Makubela, who will battle it out to see who can guess correctly what our kid extraordinaires have chosen as their favorite classic South African songs. Now the prize is up for grabs is a Vivo phone. Now Paul, how are you feeling about taking part in this game?
Come again?
How are you feeling right now as you're about to take on this game with Upatu?
I'm very excited to take part in this competition.
Oh, well, the challenge is definitely on. I mean, Patu, are you ready to win?
I'm ready.
Well, that's how ready both contestants are. They're even talking on top of each other, ready to battle it out and see who's going to walk away as the winner. Now, before we get into it, it's time for me to introduce the kids.
I would describe myself as a fierce person. I am very outgoing, just so you know. And I love to dance. If I can describe my personality, I'd be funny, goofy, and helpful. Classical music, I think, is jazz because it's calm.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
If I had to describe myself, I would say I am cute, bubbly, and moody.
Now, those are the kids, Kayla, Yassine, Christian, and Naledi. Contestants, this is how the game works. We've asked each kid what is their favorite classic South African music, and I will then each ask of you to guess which one of the four kids said what as their answer. You each say the name of the kid you guess said what. You cannot guess the same kid. Should both of you have guessed the wrong, then we move on to the next round to guess again. Are you two ready?
Yes.
Now, the question we asked the kids was, what is your favorite classic South African song? One of the kids said that their favorite classic South African song is Los Lapi. Now, Paul, you were drawn first, so therefore you get to pick first. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect. Now, Paul, in your opinion, which one of the four kids did you think answered Los Lapi is their favorite classic South African song?
I think I'm going to Kayla.
You gonna choose?
Kayla.
Wow, okay, so it seems like Paul is leaning more towards Kayla. I mean, Patu, if I were to ask you the same question, which kid are you guessing chose Los Lapi as their classic favorite South African song? And remember, you cannot guess Kayla. Kayla is out of play.
I'll go with Naledi.
You will go with Naledi. Okay. It seems like Paul has guessed Kayla. Let's see what Kayla had to say.
My favorite South African song is Los Lapi.
Congratulations, Paul, our very first guest. Happy happens to be the winner. Indeed, we have got Kayla, who guessed her favorite song is Los Lapi. I mean, Patso, do you still want to see what your guess, what your kid guessed?
Yes.
Okay, we might as well have a check out at what Naleti had to say.
My favorite South African song is Pata Pata.
Well, although she had guessed Pata Pata, which I love too, it seems like the winning child is Kayla. So congratulations again to you, Paul Kumalo. Now it seems like you're going to be walking away with a Vivo phone. How excited are you to walk away with this gift? And who's going to be your very first call? Paul is at a loss for words. I see. It seems like maybe it is not feeling real. Paul, are you still there?
I'm still there. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy about the prize that I won today. I'm very excited. I don't want more to say.
I know that feeling. Trust me. We have a loft filled with winners here today. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now, South Africa, winning is as easy as that. If you would like a chance to participate in next week's round of our That's Classic game right here on Afternoon Express, then get entering. To enter, simply dial *120 *2676# to vote in the weekly poll. You could be winning classic prizes for voting for your South African classics, and you can stand a chance of being called live to participate in the game. So go on and vote right now. T's and C's apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. South Africa, we're calling on you to vote for your favorite South African classics for your chance to win weekly classic prizes. Vote for your favorite music, fashion, dance moves, and more by dialing *120 *2676# for your chance to win.
Made with love by Clover.
I mean, when you see abantu abanjengo Paul walking away with phones and different prizes, how does that make you feel as a winner yourself?
I really want that phone too. I really want that, but I'm very, very happy for Paul.
Yeah, congratulations definitely to Paul. Now, when it comes to that winning moment, a lot of us look back and we see you rubbing your ears.
Yes.
You can clear that throat again, Queen, because we're trying to understand what was that all about. It seemed like, first of all, it was ice cold, shivers down your spine when we saw Usasha Lee putting that crown on your head. But then you went on to rub your ears and smile.
Have you watched Bad Boys?
Yes. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Usa.
Yes. That means relax. Relax. So I was actually telling myself to breathe and relax. So
listen, Usa, 112, Usa.
How good does that feel?
That actually does. It really does have a bit of a calming moment all over your body.
So everyone has been asking me, what was that? So everyone, it's the Usa.
To clear the air. You know what? That's how I know you're my girl. Because essentially, that's how relatable you are. I feel like all South African women, girls, and people, I suppose, from all walks of life can just identify with you, identify with your authenticity, and you are just real. So if I were to ask you a real question, who was your favorite girl to connect with that was in the top 10? Oh, you're already fixing your jaw to answer. Who did you bond with and who did you feel like, yeah, this is my sister?
I think all of them were my sisters, but on a spiritual level, we prayed together. That was Tato.
Oh, wow.
So we would pray together, and that was beautiful. But I bonded with each and every single girl differently. I believe that I'm a very spiritual person. So having someone to pray with, that is a different kind of beautiful, you know. So with all the girls, with Jordan, with Karishma, Lebu, Wusi, Melissa, Chantal, Natasha, all of them, I love them dearly, and it feels beautiful to have sisters for life. I just said to them, my children have aunts now, 10 aunts or 9 aunts.
Lalela, kumnandi lana kwa Miss SA, you have 10 aunts automatically. But that's what I love about you. I mean, us as South Africans and Afternoon Express, we do see you as Usiswetu, as part of the family. So much so that social media is ablaze, honey, when it comes to Shudufhadzo. Let's head over to social media and see what South Africans had to say. We've got Olwetu saying, congratulations. We've got UKB saying, dear Shutu, thank you for representing South Africa so well. Not only are you beautiful, you are so much more than words can even describe. We love you. Hashtag afternoon. I mean, when you hear Abantu Njengo KP saying such beautiful words, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like it took an entire village to get me here. I remember winning the public vote. I said that it took an entire village, and I'm aware of the fact that I sit on a mountain of prayers. You know, like hearing words like that. It's not my crown alone. It's not. It's every single person that has supported me, that has loved me, that has sent me messages of encouragement. Because some people never realize how messages like that, you could be having a bad day and then you look at it and it's just like, oh my God.
And what is so rare about this moment and this opportunity being live on Afternoon Express is you get to address all your fans, all the people that love you, just like KB.
Yeah.
Please just let them know how you're feeling.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. It's been crazy, so I haven't had time to just properly thank you guys. So I'm glad that I'm sitting here to just say Ndoribuwa. I'm sitting here because of the love and support that you've given me. I always say that it took an entire village, and thank you for being my village. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for every single message. I will get to them. And thank you so much for being my people. Right now I'm wearing a crown on my head, but I know that I'm sitting on a mountain of prayers. And I saw every single message before the competition when people are saying, for my birthday, I want you to win. Someone said that, so you got your birthday wish. So thank you so much for being my people. Thank you so much for being my village. And let's go get them.
Let's go get him. She's got a lot of work ahead, but we're going to find out about that as the show continues. Thank you so much, Shudufhadzo. In South Africa, keep the comments coming in. And remember to use that hashtag Afternoon Express. Now, the search to highlight those healthcare professionals who've gone above and beyond to help their communities with the Sponsors of Brave campaign is continuing with the great strength. So coming up, we meet the next nominee. Still celebrating their 80th birthday, and as part of the festivities, they're giving you a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes.
Grocery hampers and vouchers are up for grabs daily, while stylish Le Creuset pot sets can be yours weekly.
And the grand prize, a stunning kitchen makeover. To enter, buy any 2 Coup products, dial *120 *1987 hash and follow the prompts.
And remember to keep your till slip as proof to qualify for your awesome prize.
Competition ends on the 13th of November 2020. Terms and conditions apply. Coup, it's the best you can do. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Season 1 of Sponsors of Brave brought you amazing stories of those displaying acts of ordinary courage and compassion that put healthcare first. In partnership with Adcock Ingram OTC, Sponsors of Brave, we now bring you Sponsors of Brave, the next generation. This new season shines a light on young students aspiring to be in the healthcare sector. Adcock OTC Sponsors of Brave is a platform for the healthcare students in recent graduates to realize their dreams of serving our beloved country. This is the next generation of Brave. Vivian is a PhD candidate in pharmacy at the University of KwaZulu-Natal with a deep passion for others and wanting to make a difference in her community. This is Adcock Ingram OTC, Sponsors of Brave, the next generation.
I think my biggest takeaway from spending time with him is just not to limit yourself as a healthcare professional. Don't put yourself into a little box. When you just recenter yourself and you see what are the needs of the people, people come to you not just for professional work, but people come here for more than that. And I want it to be a holistic experience.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
You ready for the day?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Great.
So today I'm going to be spending the day with Dr. Mudli, who's a pharmacist at Ken Natraj Pharmacy here in Merebank.
Viv spent 10 months with us as a master's intern. I think we were very fortunate to get a really bright individual, very committed and dedicated to her work. And I think it's the reason why she managed to complete that master's in a year, and she's now on her way to a PhD program.
Today I saw a female patient who was 45 years old. The patient presented with type 2 diabetes and hypertension. She was referred to us by our local doctor. After my earlier childhood encounters with my pharmacist, I saw what an integral role she plays in our community. And my whole aim and what sparks my passion as a healthcare professional is just that I hope to make a change and make a difference. And I think that's why I enjoy being a pharmacist. So this is your antibiotic. You're going to take 1 capsule 3 times a day after food. Okay, do you have any questions?
There is so much to say about Vivian. She has an amazing personality that attracts one to her, and she looks at a difficulty as an opportunity for a breakthrough. And that's what we see is very evident in her. She's a go-getter.
In order to grow, you have to learn. You can't just be comfortable with being in one place and expecting growth. A mentorship is the perfect example to allow you to grow, to learn from other people's experiences and expand yourself.
Just make sure that the tracker label is also signed.
Okay.
Mentorship provides the necessary guidance for them. We've been through the mistakes. There's no need for them to remake those same mistakes. And I think to guide them along and provide that can only do better for our country.
Even if you're a small sting. Dr. Mudli has a lot of achievements, and above all these achievements, what I really wanted to do is to pull from his own life experiences so that I can set myself for success. I've never seen a pharmacist work in this capacity before, and it's been a real eye-opener for me as a young pharmacist.
I've been here for 27 years, and every time a young person comes, they bring the new knowledge base that is coming out of university. They bring the new research in. So it gives us the opportunity to grow as a pharmacy. So I think it's a two-way process. It's a gain on both sides.
I can't think of anybody better to be my mentor. This day has been such a positive experience. Just your commitment to, changing healthcare at a foundational level has been a real eye-opener for me as a young pharmacist, and it serves as a good motivation for me.
So Viv, what she brings to the table is that loving personality, and I think it's critical for patient care. The quality of what she's putting out, the quality of her work, the study that she's doing is very patient-focused.
There's a dire need for people with passion, as well as role models, trendsetters, and Vivian is one of those people.
Well, the exciting thing is that you've got a serious amount of commitment, you've got talent, and you're definitely on the right path to success.
Being a healthcare professional during a pandemic has really changed my outlook on how I see the future. Bravery isn't just doing, it's, courage with action. It's persevering when there's resistance, because you are responsible to advocate for those people and you go over and beyond.
Now, you at home can get involved by nominating yourself or a deserving student, and you could win one of 10 5,000 Rand weekly prizes. Featured nominees could also stand a chance to win an impactful mentorship with a healthcare professional in their chosen field and a chance to win one of 2 25,000 Rand scholarships. To nominate, go to partners.24.com/sponsors of Brave /nominations.
We want to acknowledge the healthcare students tirelessly volunteering during COVID-19.
She's been a role model. She has given me so much confidence.
And give them hope for their future after this pandemic.
Here I am now, it's 10 years later, and I'm still trying to follow in his footsteps.
We're looking for current and aspiring healthcare students, graduates, interns, or those doing the community service here. Nominate yourself, receive nurturing mentorship, experience health work readiness, and stand a chance to win a 25,000 Rand scholarship. And for the mentors associated with the winner, you'll win an overseas trip to attend a medical conference of your choice. Sponsors of Brave, the next generation of Brave.
So, you know, Shudufhadzo, as much as we do see people just like Vivian who are in the healthcare sector making a true difference la eMzansi, how does that make you feel, you know, connecting with our frontline workers, those that have been there from the beginning of the pandemic up until now?
I believe a life of service is an important one. I believe that if we all spoke the language of service, we can definitely change the world. I'm very, very proud of all the healthcare professionals that worked in the front lines. I saw that is absolutely commendable, actually going out there. You're putting yourself at risk, but then you're doing it for the greater good. I was actually in the finalists, 2 finalists, Karishma Ramdev and Tato Mosetle. They also worked in the front lines, and I'm very, very proud of them.
Wow. You know, I definitely commend all those brave South Africans that decide to serve, and I believe that that says so much about who you are as a person, and that's essentially what you've signed up to do. Now that you're walking away with that crown on your head and that sash, it's more than just saying, look, I'm beautiful and I deserve to represent South Africa globally, but it also means that you are serving our beloved country. What does that mean to you, and what is your strategy? Do you have one going in?
Since I was 8, I've wanted to live a life of service, so this feels like the perfect job for me. I remember I was 8 years old when I wanted to build a big haven with white walls and a blue roof, where women and children could come in, right, and not only get humanitarian assistance, because I believed that was not enough, but they could be equipped with skills that could make them agents of their own future. Like, the biggest thing you can give a person is give them like skills to actually take care of themselves. So when I finally got this job of being Miss South Africa, it feels like it's full circle, because even when I was just a finalist, I told myself that I want to use this platform to make a change. I want to use this platform to change someone's life. So I went into my community and started working there, because it wasn't about me getting the crown to actually do the job. So I wanted to live a life of service with or without the crown. I was just blessed enough to get the crown.
Absolutely. So she would be doing this regardless. She'd be on this path, whether or not she was wearing that crown. And that's how you know that someone is being genuine, someone is being real and authentic. So on social media, we have been asking all the South Africans to drop that hashtag Afternoon Express if they've got any comments, questions towards you. And we've got Million here. And Million says on social media, it's always important to empower young girls. As a young woman myself, I want to know what kept you from giving up. I mean, you among other women heading in the same direction as you. What made you feel like that crown is made for you? Hashtag Afternoon Express.
I think you just feel it. First of all, my initials are Miss SA, Shudufhadzo Abigail. So I was just like, hey, maybe this is meant to be. But then I would have conversations with my grandmother, and she would call me Mukundi, which means winner. Right. So every single time when she prayed, she would call me my granddaughter Mukundi. So she said that every single time. So even when I was having a bad day, thinking, oh my God, school, this, that, no, Mukundi. That's who I am. I'm a winner.
Do you believe in affirmations?
I do. Yeah, I do. Actually, the morning of finals, I was listening to a song by Marvin Sapp called "Keep It Moving." And
we're gonna be best friends, girl. I love Marvin Sapp.
He was saying, there was a part at the end of the song. The song goes, okay, I'm not gonna sing it, but
sing it.
I came to let you know that you don't have to worry. Let me remind you that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You've always been God's favorite, even when you went your own way and disobeyed. His goodness and mercy still follows you. So when he said that, and there's a part where he was like, So even when he said that, there was a part where in the end it was like, I'm a winner. He keeps on repeating it. He keeps on repeating it. And then I started repeating it too. And I could believe it. I listened to that song throughout. Even when we were getting dressed, I was listening to that song. And that's the only song that I listened to. I am a winner.
I've got goosebumps. This is the power of affirmations. You know what I love about you, Shudufhadzo, is you emulate everything we stand for as Afternoon Express, as a platform, as a brand, side by side with SABC3. You know, we speak to empowering young women. We speak to walking the talk, being that example. Whether it is self-love, whether it's giving back to the community that's raised you, you are everything and more. Talk about that full circle moment when you were 8 years old. I'm sure 8-year-old Shudufhadzo right now is saying, yes, you did it. You called it queen. Now, if we were to just head straight back over to social media, we've got Ukamugelo who says, congratulations, Queen Musida, hashtag Afternoon Express. We also have Jennifer Jones who says, congratulations to our beautiful Miss South Africa, wishing you everything beautiful. We also have Usinentlantla who said the same thing. Congratulations, we love you. You're smart and intelligent. Unaleti says, she's so beautiful and humble. And the incredible stories just keep rolling on social media.
Thank you so much. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to every single person and all your beautiful messages. It means so much to me.
Yeah. Well, South Africa, there is no better pre-dinner, pre-supper snack than a delicious samosa. So coming up, we show you an easy, spicy mince and mixed vegetable samosa recipe. So please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get the full recipe list and, of course, the list of ingredients. And then we'll be back with our Miss SA Shudufhadzo.
Welcome back, Mzansi, and thank you again for joining us. Now, there's certain foods and flavors in Mzansi that will have you will be reminding you of home, and one such recipe will have to be our Koo homemade samosas, packed with flavor. And in this instance, we mean spicy mince and vegetables in a hot curry sauce. Not only are they ready in minutes, but you can also make a batch in advance and keep them frozen so you always have them ready to eat. These little pockets of deliciousness are bursting with flavor and waiting to be shared with your loved ones. So call your family, call your neighbors, call your friends, because it's snack time with Koo and everyone is invited. Dear sir, I see you doing a lot over there, but yes, before we even start, I want to show people exactly what goes into these amazing Koo samosas, right? Okay, we start off with a bit of mince, so let me just fry up our ingredients here. The one thing I love about it is it comes, the Koo vegetables come in a curry sauce, meaning that you do very little to them. You can add more flavor if you like we're going to do now, but the sauce itself already has all the flavor that you need.
That's the best thing about Koo, man. They make things easy for people.
They do.
Yeah, so convenient.
And the one thing I also love about them is that because their products are such quality, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, if they say it's a curry sauce, it's not going to have the curry flavor. It actually has all the flavor packed. Exactly. So what I've got in here is I've got some onions that I'm going to fry up nicely with a bit of garlic, and I've also got some ginger. Okay. So all these flavors are going to go very well together. And I mean, for me, cumin is definitely one of those flavors that has to be in a curry as well. So we're going in with some cumin, and I've also got a bit of nutmeg. So we're going to let these fry up very nicely here. We don't want to burn anything because we want to keep those onions nice and sweet. And the last bit that's going to go in here is going to be my mince. I know some people do it differently where they fry their mince and then add everything else.
Afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, but I like to do it like this, where you saute the onions first and all the other ingredients, because you're basically layering up on the flavor.
Also, just to release those flavors, man, from the onion and garlic, and then it goes very well with your mince.
Very true, very true. But then you're also a chef, and you do a lot of catering and private gigs.
Yes.
Do you use Koo in your kitchen?
Of course I do, man. I use Koo all the time. And especially on the samosas, I like the sweet corn. Have you ever tasted sweet corn samosas?
Okay, I get you.
It's the way to go, man. You should try it.
And like we said, Koo is a quality range, quality brand. And you know, Wuti, when they say sweet corn, the sweet corn is going to be fresh and delicious and flavorful.
You'll never go wrong to me, I'm telling you.
I know for a fact. So into this, I'm just going to season this lightly with a bit of salt and a bit of pepper, because what we want to stand out is that flavor from the curry sauce that we're putting in here. So all we want to do now is we want to make sure that this meat is cooked nicely, nice and browned. But you are already starting with the samosas there on your side. We did make a batch of this mince earlier on, and you're folding them there. So I don't know if you want to just show South Africa what exactly you're doing and just talk us through what you're doing right now.
Yes, please, to me. So here I have my mince, which to me is busy with the... So I'm just going to show people how to roll these samosas. Okay. You're going to have your pastry, and then your mince right on the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you're rolling... I don't know if you rolled a joint. So it's very easy. So you just one corner to the side, and then you go corner to corner.
Okay, so you must make sure that it reaches basically each end of that.
Each end of your pastry.
Okay, to make sure nothing basically falls out of that filling.
But you don't want your filling to be too much at the same time, because it's just gonna look bad and ugly, you know.
And also, if it spills out, then you basically lose out on the flavor that you're trying to put in there.
Definitely.
So I've just put in our flavorful mixed veg and curry sauce, and I mean all that flavor that's in there. I can already smell it actually.
Looks amazing.
All those spices. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you there. So you were rolling that up, and what are you doing now?
Okay, so now I've used flour and a bit of water to just create a bit of paste.
Okay.
So this I use for closing my pastry.
Okay, to seal it, to make sure that
nothing comes out. And I mean, you don't use money. Everyone has flour at home. Everyone has water at home. So as easy as that. And there we have our samosas.
All right, and tips on frying, is there something we have to pay attention to when we're frying them?
Yeah, you want your oil to be warm, like maybe around 180 degrees.
Correct,
You don't want it to be too hot, because then your pastry is going to burn, but at the same time you want it to be very hot so that it can be nice and crispy.
Okay, because you want to cook through all those layers, because now that you've rolled it, every single layer must be crispy. Okay,
there's about 2 or 3 layers on this.
Okay.
So you just pop in your hot oil like that.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip, because if you look at that, it didn't bubble up all out of the way. You know, it didn't cause any spokes. That means that the oil is perfectly hot.
Because your oil is perfectly hot, yeah.
Perfect. But I don't know if you know this, Koo is still celebrating their 80th birthday, and as part of the festivities, they're giving you a chance to win your share in 1 million rands in prizes. Grocery hampers and vouchers are up for grabs daily, while stylish Le Creuset pot sets can be yours weekly. And the grand prize, a stunning kitchen makeover. So to enter, buy any 2 Koo products, dial *120 *1987 hash and follow the prompts. And remember to keep your till slip to qualify for your prize. This competition ends on the 13th of November. T's and C's apply. Visit koo.co.za for more details. And remember, Koo, it's the best you can do. But if you happen to have missed the steps on this recipe, here's a quick recap.
Tuned, because we continue our conversation with Miss South Africa 2020 after these.
New Sensodyne Herbal Multicare. Sensitivity relief with natural herbal extracts.
welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, I've decided that 2020 is my year to get all my ducks in a row and finally take care of that life admin we all need to face at some point. So over the next few weeks, I will be taking a deep dive into the world of life insurance to get all my big and small questions answered. If you're ready to start planning for your future and want to protect what matters most to you, then I encourage you to join me on Wednesday for my first sit down with the Standard Bank insurance team. Protect what matters to you with insurance from Standard Bank. SMS LIFE to 31492 for a quote that fits your needs. As promised, we are back as we wrap up our Monday afternoon in a very royal way. Of course, we've got none other than Miss SA 2020, Shudufhadzo. Now, girl, as you're just wrapping your whole mind around what's happened and you're now reflecting, have you always wanted to do this?
I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to be Beyonce.
What? Okay, so you saw an inner Sasha Fierce or what?
I did. Like when I was in primary school, I remember I performed all the time. My grandmother would take me to church just to let me sing. And when I was my first primary school, I used to perform, you know Sarafina? So yes. I used to do the Sarafina play. I was the special star.
Oh, special star.
You know, I was like here looking up to the sky because I wanted to be that girl.
Wow. Well, I think that, you know, there's quite an interesting way that God brings everything to you. You are now entertaining in your own special way with a prestigious title upon your head. I mean, for myself, when I look back at some of my mentors and the people that I've looked up to, even if it was from a distance, Oprah has to be one of them. And she always said that she never saw herself going into TV and broadcasting. She wanted to be a teacher.
Oh, wow.
But then upon hindsight, I kind of look back and I'm like, isn't she teaching?
She's teaching billions right now.
Instead of like a small classroom of 25.
No, she's teaching billions. And I think about how I wanted to touch lives, but then now, like you're saying, you're doing it in a different way. I think everything comes together in its own way.
Yeah.
The path that we want for ourselves, maybe sometimes we limit ourselves and there's something bigger for us, you know?
Well, here's to allowing the sky to be only the floor and not our ceiling, because I think that if you just dream beyond, you can achieve beyond. Now, I told you about one of my dreams of wanting to also grace the stage of Miss SA one day, but unfortunately, you know, I think some of us get certain titles just by sitting next to certain queens. So I know you got me a little something.
I got you a present, girl.
So tell me about this.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think there should be some music. There we go. And the new Miss Afternoon Express is...
Vanessa! Thank you so much, Shudufhadzo.
Now we both have crowns.
We both have crowns like the queens that we are.
I feel like when we greet, hello.
The royal way.
The royal way.
You know, for now on, South Africa, put some respect on my name and address me accordingly. It is Queen Palisa from Queen Shudu. Thank you so much, girl. This is exactly what we're talking about you being able to project yourself onto others, those that look up to you, those that love you, so much so that I also just want to head back over to social media. I mean, we have gotten so many comments. They keep streaming in. So I just have to share a few last words from your fans and the people that look up to you and admire you just so much. Fix my crown for me, queen. That's, you know when they say queens fix each other's crowns, this is what I'm talking about. We're not just a meme, but we walk the talk as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, Queen Uneo now says, congrats, girl, you are so beautiful. Usino says, congratulations to you, Shudu. I will hope that you make us proud. We've also got another queen, Queen Melo, who says, congratulations, Miss South Africa. I wish you nothing but the best. Now, this comment has to be my favorite. We've got Untabi, who says, congratulations, Miss South Africa 2020. I'm so happy for you. Mukololo washo.
Mukololo means royalty in Chivenda.
Yabo.
Yeah, Mkororo Washu, our queen, basically.
Well, you are our queen, the queen of South Africa. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think when we look at 2020 and the work that you're going to do, I think as a nation, we can be proud to call you our global ambassador.
Oh, thank you so much.
I give you all my kisses, all my love, and all my blessings.
And I take it all in.
Now join us again tomorrow for our Tuesday cook-along as we whip up a Kasi-inspired meal with Chef Pitso Chauke that will definitely take you right back ekaya. To get the full recipe and ingredients list, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za so you can cook along with us. But until then, Umzansi, from this queen
to another.
From this queen to another, take us out.
I don't know how to do that.
Just say goodbye, girl. Goodbye, South Africa.
Bye, South Africa. Thank you so much.
Clover celebrates spring with exciting giveaways. Look out for selected Clover products in store to stand a chance to win. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.